So guys, as I sit next to this river, I have peanuts and bananas and a lot of thoughts. Today I've realized that not only is not everybody for everybody, but people that are really meant for somebody will not be for most people. Not only that, which is a very, abstract thought for maybe some, and maybe less abstract for people who are even deeper than me, and I'm not very deep. But if you come across somebody in your life that you feel like is truly your person, honor that. Don't take that shit for granted, because yes, there are a lot of great people in this world. Yes, there are a lot of people that you can create genuine connections with, of course. But there's something beautiful about the connection that you create with somebody that's genuine and that puts you in a state of your authentic self. Because very often when you're meeting new people, like Tyler the Creator says, you put on your mask. Even if you say, oh, I don't have a mask. Your mask is the concept of not having a mask, where then you try to be this hyper authentic person, which once you begin to really confront the shadow, as Carl Jung would say, you realize that your shadow's always there. Maybe you've integrated it better than some. But at least while you're young, and it's beauty everywhere. Beauty in the people that you're around, beauty in your opportunities, beauty in your surroundings, beauty in yourself. And that causes you to want to shy away from commitment, or shy away from long term, or shy away from the uncomfortable. Combat that. Or become comfortable with the understanding that you're going to continue to start over. It feels like working on a project that you've worked very long on to create, and then saying, I'm gonna start over, because there's something beautiful about that epiphany, that eureka moment, when you finally figure out what you're gonna do the project about. And if you're yearning for that eureka moment, even though you're midway through a project, you will never ever complete anything. I was speaking in vaguities. I don't think that's a word, vaguities. I'm speaking in vaguities right now, where, truthfully, I'm ultimately discussing love. To love somebody. I've thought I was in love many times, but never has my world felt so unlike home. I've grown into a man that has been able to start, stop, go, come, go, and flow with it all. And even though I'm still able to, I've seen what it feels like to have somebody by your side. And now I see what it feels like to that person not to be there anymore. And it's very, very hard. Not hard because it's hard to live in a world like this, but it's hard to know what's out there. And maybe what you ran away from. Because many people don't understand. I had somebody ask me today. I told him, I've been traveling for a very long time. And he said, wow, I have a question for you. And he says, from your travels, what is your thorn, your bud, and your rose? And I thought, damn, finally somebody asking me a good question. And the one that I think hit home the most was my thorn. Because they're all the same. You know, it's interesting now that I'm thinking about it. When I answered that question, it wasn't like they were paradoxical of each other or that they were different, but they were all the same thing. He asked me, what's my petal, what's my thorn, what's my rose? I said that my rose is the fact that I'm able to flow in and out of situations. I remain fluid. I'm like water. You know, I can crash, but I can flow. I can take the shape of a vase, or I can take the shape of a bottle, or I can take the shape of the ocean. I can take no shape at all. I'm able to be fluid in that sense. But then what I realized was my thorn is the fact that I am afraid of taking any shape long term. I'm afraid of becoming ice. Ice freezes in the moment. It stays its shape. Even if it leaves the container, it still maintains its shape. And that was the biggest fear for me, is taking a solidary shape. Because at the end of the day, what if you do not like that shape? It's the same situation, just from another perspective. And my petal, or my bud, what is to grow into, is to grow from the state of fear of taking the shape to becoming comfortable with shapefulness, or ambiguity. But fear is a hell of a thing. And loneliness, I've been alone for so long that it became normal to me. And now that I'm once again alone, loneliness is beginning to set in. Because now I have a paradigm of what to be with somebody feels like. And that's a very harsh reality. If you have somebody in your life that you love, you don't gotta like them. Because sometimes you don't like the person you love. But if you have somebody in your life that you love, live in it. Embrace it. It's such a beautiful thing. It really is such a beautiful thing, where you grow and you break and you rebuild and you question why you do things, because now somebody else has faith in you. So much you can hide. Like, I meet a group of people today, and they were like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, yeah, what's up, y'all? And they were like, wow, you travel? I was like, yeah, I've been traveling for a while. They were like, oh, wow, what do you do? And I was like, I'm a male stripper. And they were like, oh, so cool, oh my God. And I was like, I'm just fucking with y'all. And they were like, ha 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 ha, he's amazing. And when you have a long-term partner, they're looking at you like, mother, you know you are not a male stripper. And maybe they play along with it, but at the end of the day, you know you can't get over on them because they know you. There's a real power and a real, I'm not gonna say power. There's a real responsibility that comes when somebody knows you. Not the face that you put on, but the genuine you that you show up to the world in as your costume. Maybe they allow for you to be free and to change and to develop, and that's beautiful if they do, but at the end of the day, when somebody knows you, it puts you on your back legs, because you know that you can't lie to them. You can't pretend. If somebody knows that you're capable of greatness and you continue to live in your mediocrity, they know it and they see you. But if nobody knows who you are and you're living at a mediocre state, but you put it off as, oh yeah, I'm doing big things, they don't know anything about where you came from or who you are or what you are capable of. Capability is everything. Somebody said today, power is the capability to do. Not that you actually do it, but being able to is power. And what I know is, at this point, I'm capable of loving. Am I capable of harboring love? That's where I got to find the power. Thank you guys for listening to Seaside Chiang Mai River Talks. Chiang Mai River Talk. It was fun. Stay blessed.